Hello there again. Today's video that I'm going to show you is how to use RSS feeds to keep track of your favorite blogs and websites. Quite a few blogs, in fact most blogs, have some kind of an RSS feed button on them, like mine. This is my page. Or it will have this kind of an icon somewhere up here. And the way you use RSS is RSS basically stands for Real Simple Syndication. It can stand for other things as well. But it allows you to be alerted whenever your favorite blog or website is updated. For example, I like to follow quite a few other blogs, including Currently Crafting, and I follow most of the blogs that I have written over here, and they all have RSS feeds on them. And the way that I follow them, when you click on the RSS feed button, you will get a thing here which will say, how do you want to follow them. Most of the time I follow my blogs in Google, so the Google page is what comes up first for me. Also because my blog is a blogger blog, it'll come up in Google. And you can either follow it on a Google homepage or in a Google Reader, or for that matter in some other reader as well. You could just use my RSS feed page right there to follow it. And I always use a Google homepage, and I want to show you how you can use a Google homepage to streamline your time online reading blogs and that, because they can really kind of get out of hand sometimes when we spend too much time visiting this site and visiting that site. I like the iGoogle page. This is my iGoogle page that I made. And the nice thing about iGoogle is that you can create your own theme. This theme is from the Hubble Space Telescope. You can go over here for change the theme, and it has all of these different themes, and they're all pretty cool, I think. I've had all kinds of different ones, and look at, you already have, there's like almost 100 different pages of different themes that you can use. And when you click on the theme, it will let you switch your theme. Literally, you can add pretty much anything and everything to these. You go over here to add stuff button, and you can add, you wouldn't believe all the stuff you can add. It's pretty neat. I have a Google Calendar on here, which I can enlarge to have all of my different appointments on it, or I can make it shrink down. And my iGoogle Calendar actually corresponds with the calendar in my cell phone, so anytime I make an appointment, it shows up on my calendar, and I like that. I minimized it so that you weren't seeing all my appointments on there. I have an analog clock, which I like. Sometimes I like to just look at the clock. I have a Bible verse of the day, which I like. I have a Sudoku game. My kids like to play Sudoku, so they enjoy having that on there. My other daughter, as I said in other blog posts, likes to learn Chinese, so we have learning Chinese characters thing on here. I also have a current moon phase, which you'll also see that on my homepage. I like using that. And live weather for where I'm living from WeatherBug, and I have a to-do list, which I took all my to-do things off, but just click on there, you type in what you're doing, and then you can click it off when you're all done, and it helps you to keep a running total of all the different things that you want to do. And now, these are all my different blogs, all down here. These are different blogs that I read. Of course, we have like Calvin and Hobbes, and I don't read every single post that's on these blogs, but I find that if I go to the web page of the blog, I tend to spend more time there, which, when you're not doing anything, you don't have anything to do, that's fine. But when you're busy or you just want to see what's going on, by hovering over each of these, you can read the first paragraph of each blog, which is kind of nice. And you can just see what's going on in each of the blogs that you like to read. For example, I don't always read the Twit Tip blog, because it's just things that are more for internet marketing and that. Same with the Cartoon Smart blog, is a lot of things about doing using computer graphics. But there's other things, like I subscribe to the Mouse and to Calvin and Hobbes, which are my two favorite comic strips. And since I was teaching how to draw cartoons, I started reading a lot more comic strips, just so that I can keep my mind fresh with that, so that when I was teaching cartooning in our homeschooling co-op, I was able to talk about recent cartoons I had seen. But the way you get this on here is this. When you decide to click on my RSS feed, you can click Add to Homepage. And look, there it is right up there, Adventures in Mothering, my blog. And then you can move it. You can drag it around. Sometimes you have to drag it into each slot and just slowly inch your way down with your blogs. And by the way, it's a good idea to subscribe to your own blog. That way you can see if your RSS feed is working. If your RSS feed stops working properly, there's a problem. It usually takes like an hour or so for it to update on the iGoogle page. So whenever you're at one of these websites, I'll go, for example, to Eli's Lids here. You can either, if you don't see her RSS button, you can click up here too, and it'll allow you to subscribe to that page, or you can subscribe over here or over here. It doesn't matter. Anywhere you see that RSS button, you can subscribe. Now, how do I get an iGoogle page? Well, I'm going to show you over here. I'm signed out of Google. This is what your normal Google page is, www.google.com. And you can come over here to iGoogle and click on it. Now, I'm going to sign out for all intents and purposes here. It says down here, if you are at the classic homepage, which is this one, and you click on iGoogle over here, it will say, don't have an iGoogle page, get started. And you click on it, and it's just going to walk you through if there's anything that you particularly enjoy, such as humor, music. You got to be careful with humor. Cooking, business, whatever. You can select that. You can select a theme out of these 5 themes. And of course, as I showed you, you can go back in and change it. If you put your zip code in, it will show you things specific to your geographic area. And then it will just let you, this is what it looks like when you just start. And from there, you can go in and you can add stuff. There's all different kinds of things. You have the Google Calendar gadget, the to-do list, like I showed you. But quite literally, there are tens of thousands of different things. And the other thing that I really like about this is that you can, when you click on it, you can find out what the average user ratings are, which users like it, what they liked, what they didn't like. So you can find out if it's going to work for you, because there's a lot of other calendars and planners on there that you can use for your iGoogle page. So by using this, you can just slowly add things. Obviously, my iGoogle page is a bit full because I use it quite a bit, and I find it to be very, very helpful for tracking blogs and all of that. Now, you can also make this be your home page. Now, I'm using, I use Mozilla Firefox. It's my favorite browser, but if you're in Mozilla, you can go over here, and for your home page, you can say, you stay at your iGoogle page and then click Use Current Page, and that will be your home page when Firefox starts. So in other words, when you open up Firefox, that's what's going to come up. If you are using, you can come over here and add or change homepage. Add or change homepage. Use this web page as your only homepage. Yes. And yeah, Internet Explorer doesn't really like a lot of Flash content, so I try to. I don't always use it. Run the ActiveX control. Run. Most of the time, you don't want to just run any old controls anywhere you go, but for example, when you're on Google's page, I'm pretty sure Google can be trusted. This is a good Google gadget. So that's basically how you can set that up. And now, whenever you open up a new window, your Google page is going to be on. If you stay signed in, it'll always be your Google page. And I hope that was a help to you. Thanks.